Have you ever woken up in the morning and felt something wasn't quite right? Maybe a strange heaviness in your chest, a wave of dizziness when you sat up, or a deep tiredness that didn't match the amount of sleep you got. Many of my patients tell me the same thing, and it often happens during one specific window of the day. A few months ago, one of my longtime patients looked at me and said, "Dr. Carter, every morning around 7, I feel this pressure that disappears after breakfast. I thought it was just old age catching up to me." I remember placing my hand on his and telling him, "What you're feeling might be far more important than you think." Now I want you to imagine this. You wake up gently, the sunlight is just starting to brighten the room. Your heart should be resting, easing into the morning. Instead, inside your body, something very different is happening. Your blood pressure is rising faster than you realize. Your stress hormones are spiking to prepare you for the day. And your arteries, naturally stiffer in the early morning hours, are under pressure they are not always ready to handle. The truth is that the hours between 6 and 10 a.m. are the deadliest for heart attacks, especially for seniors. This isn't to scare you, it's to empower you. Many older adults never hear this information, and too often they dismiss early warning signs. A little breathlessness after standing up, a sense of tightness in the chest, a strange morning headache, or waking up unusually fatigued. These signals get brushed aside as normal aging, when in reality, they may be the body's early cry for help. In today's video, we are going to uncover the truth behind the morning danger window. I'll explain why these early hours place such intense stress on the heart, what subtle signs seniors often overlook, and how simple changes in your morning routine can lower your risk dramatically. Stay with me, learn with me, and make sure you subscribe to Senior Health Daily so you never miss the information that could truly protect your life. Your heart deserves this conversation. Why 6 to 10 a.m. is the deadliest window? When we look at the patterns of heart attacks around the world, one trend remains remarkably clear. The early morning hours, especially between 6 and 10 a.m., are the most dangerous for older adults. Many seniors feel calm during these hours. They're waking up slowly, opening the blinds, thinking about breakfast or a quiet morning walk. But inside the body, a very different story is unfolding. As soon as you open your eyes, your blood pressure begins to rise. It's part of a natural rhythm called the morning surge, the way your body prepares you to move, think, and function. For younger adults, this rise is manageable. Their arteries bend and stretch like soft rubber tubing, allowing blood to move easily. But after 60, arteries become stiffer. They don't expand the way they used to. That stiffness means the pressure inside them increases more forcefully, like water rushing through a narrower pipe. At the same time, cortisol, your main stress hormone, spikes sharply. It's meant to wake you up, but this sudden increase tightens your blood vessels. Adrenaline rises too, increasing your heart rate. Together, these hormones can make your morning feel like you're running a marathon even if you're lying still in bed. The heart needs more oxygen at the exact moment oxygen becomes harder to deliver, because stiff arteries can't carry it as easily. This combination creates a perfect storm. Thicker morning blood, stiff arteries, high pressure, increased heart demands. For some seniors, this is the moment plaque has the highest chance of rupturing. And rupture is what triggers most heart attacks. What many people don't realize is that morning routines can either ease this surge or make it far worse. A slow, gentle start helps your body adjust, but rushing, worrying, or jumping out of bed quickly fuels the pressure. I've seen patients who changed just their morning habits and reduced their blood pressure by 10 points. That's the power mornings hold. Morning blood pressure spikes and heart damage. When blood pressure rises quickly in the morning, the heart is suddenly forced to work harder than it did all night. While you were asleep, your heart rate slowed and your blood pressure dropped. Your entire cardiovascular system was resting, but the moment you wake up, the workload jumps dramatically, sometimes within seconds. For seniors, this sharp rise can be dangerous. The heart muscle, already working against stiff blood vessels, strains to push blood where it needs to go. That strain can create small injuries inside the arteries. Over time, these microtears create perfect landing spots for cholesterol to accumulate. Plaque doesn't appear all at once. It slowly builds on those little damaged areas. And the morning spike is one of the biggest triggers for that damage. Another factor many seniors don't know about is blood thickness. After a full night of sleep, without drinking water for 6 to 8 hours, your blood becomes slightly thicker. This alone can make the heart's job harder. But combine thicker blood with sudden pressure and increased oxygen needs, and the risk rises substantially. This is also why plaque is most likely to rupture in the morning. Imagine plaque like a soft blister inside your artery. Under normal pressure, it may stay intact for years, but morning pressure can suddenly push against it with more force than the weakened artery wall can handle. When plaque ruptures, the body tries to seal the injury. Unfortunately, the seal is a clot, and if that clot blocks blood flow to the heart, a heart attack begins. I often hear seniors say they wake up with a headache behind the eyes, a sense of tightness in the chest, or unexplained fatigue. These symptoms aren't random. They're clues. Morning headaches often come from rising pressure. Chest tightness can be the heart struggling briefly during the surge. Fatigue on waking is often the result of poor nighttime circulation and inadequate oxygen delivery. Nighttime dehydration is a major amplifier. Even mild dehydration increases morning blood pressure. And poor sleep or restless nights heighten cortisol levels the next morning, making everything worse. The body keeps score, even when you don't feel it yet. Stress hormones that trigger morning heart attacks. One of the most overlooked factors in morning heart risks is the powerful influence of stress hormones. Even seniors who live calm lives experience a sharp hormonal rise each morning. Cortisol increases by 50 to 60% in the first hour after waking. Adrenaline rises as well. These hormones tighten arteries, increase heart rate, raise blood pressure, and stimulate the body into a state of alertness. This natural response becomes dangerous when combined with aging arteries. For someone over 60, the blood vessels no longer respond softly to these hormonal commands. Instead, they resist, creating higher internal pressure. Many seniors unknowingly worsen this spike. They wake up with a list of worries already running in their mind. They rush to get dressed, answer messages, or turn on the news, which often heightens anxiety. Some immediately drink coffee on an empty stomach, which adds another push to the heart. Each of these actions intensifies the hormonal surge. I once had a patient who told me he felt fine every night, but every morning he woke up feeling weak, pressured, or uneasy. He assumed his body simply struggled with age. After monitoring his blood pressure, we discovered his levels were normal all day, but extremely high between 6:30 and 8 a.m. His heart was under silent attack each morning while he went through his routine unaware. With a few changes in his morning habits, his numbers dropped significantly. This is why knowledge matters. The body's morning biology is powerful. Understanding it can shift your entire health trajectory, and protecting your mornings is one of the most effective ways to protect your heart. Hidden morning symptoms, seniors. Ignore many seniors experience symptoms in the morning that they never connect to their heart. They brush them aside, attributing them to poor sleep, age, or stress. But the body speaks clearly if we learn to listen. That tightness in your chest or throat when you first wake up might not be indigestion. Dizziness when you stand could be a sign your blood pressure spiked overnight or dropped suddenly when you sat up too quickly. A pounding heartbeat can mean adrenaline hit your system quicker than your arteries could respond. Shortness of breath after walking from the bedroom to the kitchen isn't just fatigue. Cold sweats without exertion are classic signs of cardiovascular strain. Morning headaches, especially those behind the eyes or circling the temples, often come from elevated pressure. And that general feeling of something is off is one of the most common signs my patients mention before we discover a heart issue. The reason these symptoms appear in the morning is deeply tied to physiology. Your heart is transitioning from a restful state to active mode. That shift requires rapid changes in pressure, circulation, and oxygen delivery. If your arteries cannot adapt smoothly, you feel the repercussions. What worries me most is that most seniors ignore these warnings. They don't want to bother loved ones. They don't want to overreact. They don't know the signs. And tragically, morning heart attacks often strike people who had symptoms for days or even weeks, but never understood their meaning. Listening early can save your life later. Morning habits that increase heart attack. Risk. Morning habits can make or break your heart health. Some of the most common routines are surprisingly harmful without seniors realizing it. Jumping out of bed too quickly forces the heart to react instantly, raising pressure and heart rate before the body is ready. Drinking caffeine immediately after waking intensifies the cortisol and adrenaline spike. Eating a high-salt or heavy breakfast, especially processed meats or pastries, raises blood pressure further. Skipping breakfast is another risk. When you skip a balanced morning meal, your blood sugar drops, which triggers more stress hormones. These hormones tighten arteries and push the heart harder. Even worrying first thing in the morning activates the nervous system. Some seniors use stimulants like energy drinks or take a cold shower too early, which shocks the cardiovascular system. Heavy dinners the night before, especially salty meals, dramatically raise morning blood pressure levels. The key is not perfection, but awareness. When you understand what your body is going through each morning, you realize how small choices can either protect the heart or overload it. Why seniors face higher risk than younger adults. As we age, the heart changes. The arteries naturally stiffen. Plaque builds more easily. Blood pressure regulators in the neck become less sensitive, which means the body doesn't adjust pressure as quickly. Many seniors take medications that wear off overnight. Sleep apnea is another silent contributor. Interrupted breathing during sleep forces pressure to rise over and over. By morning, the system is already strained. Younger adults have flexible arteries and stronger regulatory mechanisms. Their bodies can handle the morning surge with little issue, but seniors have less physiological give. Their arteries resist the pressure instead of absorbing it. The result is a higher chance of rupture, clotting, or sudden cardiac stress. Understanding this difference is crucial. It explains why symptoms appear, why mornings are dangerous, and why seniors must take morning routines seriously. What seniors should do each morning to stay safe. There are many ways to protect your heart each morning, and most of them are simple. Start by waking up slowly. Sit on the edge of the bed and breathe deeply. Drink water before you do anything else. Gentle stretching gets blood flowing without shocking the system. Avoid caffeine in the first 30 minutes if possible. Check your morning blood pressure. Choose a heart-smart breakfast like oats, fruit, yogurt, or eggs instead of salty or sugary choices. Treat sleep apnea if diagnosed, and talk with your doctor about medication timing, especially if you notice morning symptoms. These habits calm the nervous system, relax arteries, reduce the cortisol spike, and stabilize blood pressure. When morning symptoms require urgent help, not all symptoms can wait. Chest pain, sudden pressure in the neck, jaw, or arm, difficulty breathing, fainting, severe headache, or sudden confusion require immediate action. Morning heart attacks progress quickly. Calling 911 is always the right choice. Early intervention saves the heart muscle and prevents long-term disability. Your body often whispers before it screams. The morning hours are when those whispers matter most. As we come to the end of this conversation, I want you to take a quiet moment and think about your mornings in a new way. The early hours between waking and starting your day are not random moments. They are messages. They are gentle whispers from your body asking you to pay attention. Every bit of tightness, every wave of dizziness, every unusual heartbeat or heaviness you feel when you first open your eyes carries meaning. Your heart is trying to speak to you. And the beautiful truth is that you still have so much power. No matter your age, no matter your history, you can shape your mornings in a way that protects your heart and strengthens your future. The risks we talked about today are real, but they are also changeable. Your body is not giving up. It is communicating. It wants care, patience, and understanding. Even the smallest adjustments can become lifelong shields of protection. A slower start, a glass of water, a deep breath, a gentler breakfast, a more mindful routine. These tiny choices build a foundation of safety that can carry you through the years ahead. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for staying with me until the end of this video. Your willingness to learn and take care of yourself inspires me every day. I hope you feel encouraged, knowing that morning habits can heal, strengthen, and protect you more than you realize. I hope you feel empowered to listen to your body with compassion instead of fear. And I hope you remember that your health story is still yours to shape. If this message touched you, please stay connected with me here at Senior Health Daily. Your heart deserves knowledge, guidance, and a community that truly cares. I'm here with you every step of the way.